Hi everyone, welcome back to my page, Delightful Chef Eats. Today we're going to be making some Mexican vegetarian. So this dish is stuffed large squash. I'm stuffing them with black beans and I'm going to cover it in an adobo salsa. So right now I'm going to start off by making my salsa. So I have 5 Roma tomatoes and my pan right now is on high. If you don't have a cast iron pan, don't worry about it. Just use a frying pan. It'll work just the same. So I'm just trying to blister the skin on the outside of the tomatoes. Ignore my weird fingers here and use tongs. Don't be as silly as me. But I just want to blister the skin on the outside of these tomatoes. When I think they're about halfway there, I'm going to add half an onion. And I'm just going to leave it in there until both sides get color. You're not trying to really blister it and you're not trying to cook it. I'm just getting a little bit of that char flavor on both sides. I'm also at this time soaking some chili peppers that I've been soaking for about an hour in some hot water. And I'm soaking 3 Morita peppers. I'm soaking 1 Guajillo pepper and 1 Ancho chili. So this is what you're looking for in the charred skin. You want there to be that kind of really dark char on. I'm gonna try to char 2 sides like that really well. If you want to, if you really like that charred flavor, do it all over. If not as much, then don't char it as much. You can customize this for your taste, of course. So I'm gonna remove my onion and put it into a bowl right now because it's as charred as I like it. So now turn down your stove. You really need to turn down your stove here and add some oil. If you don't, then you're going to be smoked out of that kitchen. Wait for it to cool down a little bit, your pan, add your oil, and now you just want the skin to blister all over. Like you're gonna see that yellow color happening. That's what you're looking for. When your tomatoes are all blistered, it shouldn't take very long, like a minute or 2. You're just gonna add that as well to your bowl. I'm also adding 3 cloves of raw garlic. I decided not to char the garlic because I like that fresh garlic flavor. If you want to char that a little bit as well, totally up to you. Again, it's all depending on your taste. So right now I'm adding a little bit of vegeta or chicken bouillon, or you can just add salt. It all depends on what your taste is. I'm also adding a little bit of salt to season my salsa. So at this point, I'm going to add my chilies. And I've had them soaking for about an hour. I have 3 of the Morita peppers here. And I'm just going to toss them in. And that big long one is the Guajillo pepper. I encourage you guys to go to your local Latino market, search for these peppers. You can also find them on Amazon, but you know what? Support local businesses. I bought these from Marketino on Kyo if you live in Toronto. And I'm not going to put my ancho chili in there because I don't want all that strong flavor, so I'm using the chili water as my liquid to get my hand blender started. And you want it to be, I would say the consistency of any regular salsa. That's kind of what you're making here. So this is, these are my large squash, and I have some black beans, I have onion, and I have garlic, and I just season the beans with salt and pepper, and I'm going to stuff all 4 of my squash with this mixture. This squash is literally just called a large squash, and it's kind of like a zucchini. If you can't find it, go for a zucchini. I just like the size of this, and I think it's easier to stuff that way. So these are just some potatoes, sorry, that I peeled and cut in half and seasoned with some salt and pepper. I had to switch to a bigger pan. But yeah, so this is my salsa. I'm going to pour it all over everything, and I'm going to add some water and make sure I get all that good stuff on the bottom because we worked hard on that. So my oven has been preheating at 400 degrees. So you can do between 375 or 400 degrees. And I'm going to cover this and I'm going to put it in the oven for 40 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, when there's 10 minutes left to go, I'm going to add a little bit of white cheese, mozzarella cheese. Apparently, yellow cheese is not Mexican, so trying to stay as authentic as possible, I went with some mozzarella. The cheese is optional. Of course, you can leave it vegan, and that's what it looks like at the end. Thank you so much for watching.